let's get to it. Legendary Valkia the Bloody. Is she overpowered now with Karnak? It's a great question, and today we intend on finding out together. Obviously, Valkia is obviously one of those that have a ton of flexibility when it comes to compositions that you can build. You know, corn armies, utilizing magic is obviously a recipe for success for the majority of the time. So let's find out. Let us find out. Wind flame that zooms out? Ah, it'd be harder. That makes sense. And it's thicker at higher altitudes. Yeah, that would make sense for your blood. What more tip there? Ah. It's crazy what the body does. But yeah, welcome in everybody playing Valkia today. We're going to be exploring and finding out how Valkia plays now, and if Karnak changes too much. I haven't actually had the pleasure of using him yet in a fight or in a campaign this yet. So we'll find out with Valkia. As Valkyrs, I feel like, just in general, the best out of all the Khorne-esque things you can use. I was going to play Daniel. One of the annoying thing is, right, I have been trying to make a Daniel guide for such a long time, but they keep adding things in that would dramatically change the way you play Daniel. It's so annoying. Like, I almost finished a guide, and then they moved Daniel's stat position. Effectively, instantly invalidating all the things that I did on it. Right. So, yeah, we're playing Legendary very hard as always. Let's jump in and get used to fighting around and throwing hands on these guys. Will Valkia can't football kick a Lord, Inferior Lord? No, she definitely doesn't have the ability that Skarbrand does. Skarbrand's obviously a bit of a unit when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, welcome everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend thus far. Appreciate all you wholesome hunks hanging out. But we will find out. Right, so, I mean, one of the great things that Valkia does is kills things in isolation. Heavy amounts of melee infantry to begin with. Normally, you want to actually move in a bit of a consolidated factor. Valkyrie can actually use her wings, absolutely. Yeah, Skarbrand was obviously yeeted through the Earth's core for like 3-4 days or something like that. That's the reason why he can't use his wings. Who'd have thought betraying Khorne has its consequences? Who would have thought that betraying Khorne has its consequences? I definitely think, obviously, the Blackheart Corsairs can do a lot of damage here. Right, let's have a look. Let's keep flanking around. Let's get into position where we can actually start skirmishing here. Blood for the Blood God, indeed. The Gaze of Khorne is a really nice ability, especially with the leadership. So the reason we moved the Marauders a little bit further back towards the Chaos Warriors is because they're so much faster. Well, I honestly, when I first started to see the Chaos Warriors, they look so dope. Just because you've got a dog? I mean, things like that drastically change things. Legendary heroes drastically change the way that games are played. For example, Chaos Dwarves. Chaos Dwarves are massively changed with the introduction of Gorduts. But I literally haven't used the doggo yet, so we're finding out today. Let's try and flank around. The Bloodhounds actually can do work. Let's have a look here. Chaos Warhounds can do some work here. Might want to sneak through if we can, as we're going to have to be a little bit careful of the spells that come through. God, Skull Crushers are such a terrifying unit.
Skulls for the throne. Hope you're well.
Yo, Smudge, I'm doing well. How are you, buddy? Thank you very much for the 28 months, man. It's been a long time, my pal. Yeah, this is the El Clasico of just forcing ourselves together. And we'll flank him from behind here. Nice spell usage, but it does very limited damage. It's the only problem with it. It's one of the biggest issues with it, is it does very limiting damage. It does very, very limiting damage. Alright, here we go. Enjoying some coffee? Nice. I honestly wish I was a coffee drinker. I don't know why. I feel like coffee seems like such a nice thing to drink, but I've just never gotten into it. Just never got into it. And thanks for all the bits, Daniel. Cookie. Did Daniel very hard campaign and rip Bellicar apart? Nice. Karnak is the OP one? Yeah. I think it's like a combination thing, right? It's like a combination thing of both of them help a lot. There we go. Killing things in isolation is obviously the way to go here. Right. I think they changed the way that the percentage of killing works, right? You used to have to kill like 75% of the army to actually get all of the experience from the fight, but I believe they changed it. I believe they changed that, so you're no longer going to do it. Quite a bit to get with Warriors of Chaos. Yeah. How much easier is it to get with Daniel? I mean, I think Daniel with Khorne works really, really well, if I'm honest. It works really, really well because of the fact that you can get access into bloodletting very quickly to get a lot of growth in your settlements. Revenue RC. It makes sense, Idle, now why you said about the RC changes. Because I know you mentioned in the chat, in the Discord, that you were relatively sad about it. Which makes sense. Hey, Slandy. Right. If I'm not mistaken, whereabouts is the ruined? Where would I need to send the hero? Which direction do I need to send the hero to colonize the ruin? The settlement. Karakadrak? Is it raised? So is it the east, right? Lord goes east? Yeah, I thought so. I think Daniel and Warriors of Chaos are both tier 4, only Scarbrand is tier 3. Right, okay. So it's level 16, and then you need a higher tier settlement. But with bloodletting, as long as I do it correctly, it should be fine. Because it is really crazy how quickly you can get tier growth as with bloodletting. Kind of sucks that the settlements... The terrain is as annoying as it is. I mean, it's the Dark Shards angle on the right-hand flank, so we'll just get the doggos and the cavalry up there. As Khorne doggos do it, they pack a punch, man, I'm telling you. Valkia's not really a strong fighter by herself, so gotta be careful there. I mean, equally, both of these guys moving together is obviously ideal. Let's get Valkia in that situation. Let's start moving around. Let's start being a bit of a nuisance. I would happily let the Dark Shards volley into the Khorne Chaos Warhounds instead. But 5 for biting, it's one of those things where I think people underestimate the ability of legendary heroes in general. Of what it actually applies and does to certain factions. Because like I said, I think Chorfs are a great example of that one. I don't think I've played a Chorf campaign where I haven't used Gorduts. And, you know, things like what's she called? What's the vampire shadow chick? What's her name? I cannot believe I've forgotten her name. You guys remind me in chat, it's fine though. I don't remember her name, because I think I chopped her head off by accident when I first recruited her. Ulrika, that's the one, thank you. Yeah, Ulrika. Yeah, Ulrika's also a huge... She gives so many bonuses, it's crazy. Try and look for the flank here. Skull Crushers are so insane. I think units like Skull Crushers are one of the best units to get in the early stages of the game. It is such an incredible amplification of damage in general. High tier cavalry early game are way better than artillery in my opinion. Like, high-tier cavalry can have an impact rapidly within a battle. Whereas artillery obviously takes time. Don't play a lot of Kislev. It's actually more so that you can get it for the dwarves as well, right? Like, you can get magic as dwarves with her. Is more the reason why she's so good. Let's keep you over there. Favorite corn unit? Yeah, I don't blame you. Cycle charge at the back of here. Yeah, Mr. A-Star, how are you doing, handsome? Did we get Ulrika? Yep, did we get Ulrika? Yep. I know, it might just be Malachi. It may just be Malachi, though. But I know they do get it. Nice. Crazy to me that this is a land battle and not a siege battle. Carried by Karas Knights early. Well, the Sinesh ones are insane now. You don't know how many years that is? I mean, Mr. Star, it's at least 1 year. But crazy. It's almost 3 years, my dude. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate your support as always. Yeah, the doggos are coming in clutch. I very rarely use Chaos Warhounds. I really, really, very rarely use them. Right, let's get the vassalization in there. So you're telling me I need to go east? I'm assuming it's these settlements here, the place of ruin and whatnot as well.
Valkia the bloody.
Oh, I can only recruit Chaos Warlords. What we got available to us? Not an awful lot of warband recruitment. Oh, we got a Corn gift, which is nice. Income from post-battle loot, income from raising. Okay. Oh, I love that it just blows fire like that. Chaos Fleshhounds. Fleshhounds are pretty damn amazing. How fast until you get this? Takes a bit of time. It does take a bit of time. Wait, do we start off with having Frenzy for aspiring champions? Shame I don't have any. I don't think I would... It's tough because I very rarely use it. Because you normally want to go really wide with Marauders. Is there a way to see how many attacks 10-second melee units can dish out? Same as range? No, Dodo. There are certain mods that would give you that information, but I think from my understanding of how CA are approaching certain things, they don't want to overload newer players, right? I think we've probably all seen that they're doing as much as they can to try and make the game a lot easier to pick up, right? Which makes sense. Alright, let's go with the Marauder buffs, because I want to use more Marauders. We'll go with the Doggos, because I think Doggos would fit in nicely, especially with the flanking forces that we're creating here. I think the only issues that I have is obviously this guy has Bloodletting, and I would like to use Bloodletting. Oh, interesting. Bloodletting doesn't give you growth or anything. So yeah, it's a completely different playstyle. Completely different playstyle.
Sword Maiden of the Blood God.
So it's going to take me a long time to get the Doggo, potentially. Corn Corruption, sure. Do it then. Maybe it just, like, amplifies her late game just that much more. Maybe Total War Stats. Yeah, Total War Stats is a good website for that. They can delete range units? Yeah, they really can. They can honestly mulch things like that so fast. Oh, I thought that was a random Dark Elf thing again. I mean, they've taken away the bazillion turn, haven't they?
Only those who display.
Right. Are we just going to go, ooh, increase movement for 15 turns? If we grant 3 units? Rent 3 units. How do I grant 3 units? What if I swapped my current Chaos Warriors? Is that a way to cheese it? No, it didn't work. Hey, sometimes you gotta test it, you know?
Weakness is not an
Oh,
option.
these guys. I can probably change these to corn boys. Yeah, this'll do it. Yeah, undivided to it. That's fine.
Het woman.
Make them divided? Yeah. So there's no warband recruitment. What about over here? Okay, we can get one over here.
Skulls for the skull throw.
Skulls for the skulls thrown indeed. Let's just backspace.
Bringer of glory.
We'll yoink these settlements. Although I am kind of low-key broke.
Murder.
Not even low-key. Pretty high-key I'm pretty broke. I swear I had tons of money. Hopefully I can recover my economy. Because the sad thing is, with Warriors of Chaos, you very rarely get settlements that are really good as part of, you know, outside of the normal capitals you have. Maybe we should have done the corn-specific one that gives us more money for raising and post-battle loot. Hey, Rivia, how are we doing, handsome? How's Karanak? I'm not too sure yet, because we're going to be getting towards him as soon as possible.
Hornets awakened.
Now, the Hellish Bite, I honestly think this would be way better. Let's do this for money,
Consort of corn.
as I'm going to need a wee bit more money for this.
Violence and
Yeah, that was a lot of cash.
nothing will
Like,
live
backspace just to run away. Beautiful.
here. The Gore Queen.
Beautiful.
Armaments worthy of corn. I demand
Dual weapons go...
absolute loyalty.
Yeah, dual weapons are awesome, man. Now we can do this as well. Wait, do I not have enough marks? Oh, I do. There we go. Some increased movement.
Their
All that
blood
good
is
stuff.
blood.
Now, I'm kind of just going to ignore this one, I feel like. Going to the places of ruin makes more sense.
Sword maiden of the blood.
Let's go melee defense.
Mistress of skulls.
Let's look for some jolly cooperation of fighting here. Honestly, the corn variant of these goes so hard as well. Corn units are really goddamn good, in fairness.
Murder.
I won't lie. Corn infantry is so good. Always start growth in the eco building for Warriors of Chaos. Oh yeah, really? Growth in eco, not the money? Because I went the money building and then the growth building. Normally on the tier upgrade, don't you need a tier 2 to get the plus 30% income? I feel like...
My infernal master's gifts.
Yeah, tier 2 is to get the plus 30%.
Lest death or
Yeah,
damnation
these two.
take us
And then you can go into, depending on the what you do on the after that one. Sacrifice 100 souls.
Consort of
Alright.
corn.
Give a vassal a war coordination target. Alright. Boys, I need you trade with me. And then war coordination. Oh, I don't have points yet. Never mind.
Comets awakened. Behold my wrath.
That's a one-turner, isn't it? Yes, it's a one-turner.
The glory
I'll just
of
kill these guys
war.
instead. Now, I need to remember where the place of ruin is. I think it's still further east, right? Yeah, this is it. So you want to colonize this one here, as it's another dark fortress. It's big thinking time, Bush. That's a huge amplification towards the start there. Huge amplification.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it almost seems like a bit of a no-brainer. You kind of should always move towards the east to get that. Makes sense they legged it. I'm almost tempted to take this one so I can replenish it at least a little bit.
There will always be blood.
Nobody's actually inside the settlement.
Mistress of skulls. Skulls for the skull.
But the problem is with raising this one, it's made it so I don't have access into trading this one.
Battle brings conquest. Sword maiden
I
of
don't
the blood
believe I
god.
can trade the Chill Road to my vassal now.
Straight to business. Where
Yeah,
shall
no, I
we
can't.
raid
I would need this
next?
settlement here as
The
well.
longships are ready.
Path to Glory.
Forged for murder.
Devote to corn already, wow. Tried color can I haven't. Well, I can give this to the vassal, but hell no. Hell no.
Carnets awaken.
I'd assume this would count towards
There will always
the
be
points.
blood.
Corn heroes are absolutely goated though, in fairness.
Bringer of glory.
So all these dudes getting huge amounts of buffs because they're all mortal. And then next up we'll absolutely smash you.
Consort
Probably
of
want to
glory.
raise it then, I guess. I mean, hopefully my vassal's smart enough to actually come over. It seems very snowbally, Valkia. Wow, this can unlock hero recruitment. That's crazy. When the 1 versus 7 part 2. Simone, I'm waiting on the players to be ready for it. The only annoying thing that's happened, obviously, in patch 5.1, they've taken away Dwarf Warrior Tier 0 recruitment. So the 1 versus 7 is going to be so much harder now. It's basically like, I would say, between 2 to 3 times harder now. So the 1 versus 7 continuation will be funny. Will be interesting to say the least. That affects you that peaceful. Upgraded 3 more rows of corn to Chaos Warriors.
Dark
Alright, bet.
fortresses shall symbolize Khorne's hit. The Gore Queen.
Oh, you're kidding me. Gain another Dark Fortress. I've literally just colonized this one. If I build the building, will it do that then? I don't know at what point it deems you gaining it.
No.
Do I have to raise it and then get it back? Ah, that sucks. That's okay, though. We'll do that. We only lost 1 turn. When you take ownership of the settlement. Yeah, we only lost 1 turn, in fairness. It's not too bad. But getting that 5k in the growth will be well worth doing, I feel like. A free 100 growth in the other game definitely seems worth it. Is that a guaranteed quest, though? Is that a guaranteed quest? Because that I don't know. As if it is guaranteed, then changes things. Oh, it's situational. Interesting. Got it with Valkia? Okay. Turns varies. Right. Yeah. Alright, let's get on the walls.
Valkia the Bloody.
And let's get all these lads attacking the left side gatehouse.
Making ground.
And then Valkia can run over to be disruption. Chaos awaits us, boys. Man, it must be such a terrifying prospect, this. I hope what Valkyries didn't just get one shot. Okay, no, it's the dogs. Good.
Valkia the Bloody!
The good news is Valkyrie running over, it'll probably cause them to run off the walls to alleviate a lot of the pressure these guys are having to deal with. Boom, superhero entrance. Everything falling off the walls dies. So I don't think I have time to wait for us to destroy the walls. So yeah, this is normally how the AI react to units that are actually on the walls. They just leg it. So using Valkia here has helped a lot. Obviously, we're reducing the amount of damage we're taking by a considerable portion. As with the Dark Shards not consistently battering us, it's going to obviously help quite a lot. Oh, some of them are climbing, trying to go through the gatehouse. That's fine. It's a shame we don't have the shielded bear into them, as you know, Dark Shards hurt, as I'm sure you guys can imagine. Ooh, maybe I'll have to isolate their mage. Might find an isolated target there. That'd be nice. Not having magic, obviously, is a little bit detrimental in the grand scheme of things, but shouldn't matter too much. As long as I'm actually running down and contesting them where possible. As I don't want to let them get away with just firing at me for no reason. So it's critical that we actually react and attack them in time. Although it seems these boys just don't want to do anything. Case of the Mondays, but it's an actual fact Saturday. Maybe they just haven't had the coffee yet, you know. Maybe they just haven't had a beverage just yet. Speaking of delicious beverages though, boys, make sure to check out Holy. They are the channel sponsor, and they are who will be funding all the awesome tournaments I intend on doing. So much love to them. And Kira's up, thank you for Holy Hydration. Nice. Valkia is very good at killing isolated targets like that. If I can get any of them on the gatehouse, we may be able to cap it. Love the Hydra homie. I love that amount. Alright, let's try and push through here. Valkia is obviously not too terrifying, but if we can look for little situations like this, what I'm going to try and do. Skull Crushers are anti-large, so they're going to be unbelievably happy about the fight they're in there. Almost broken the wall down, or broken the gate down, so we're going to continue to keep trying to push through here. I'm going to... guys over here. We're going to look for more of a mosh pit, so let's get melee attack down here. Thankfully, the archers have started to move into combat because they're silly. Hey, Val. But looks like the doggos can start pulling through as well, looking for the isolated archers that they've left by themselves. Yeah, Skull Crushers absolutely have a field day against units like this. And so is Valkia. Valkia's got a really nice hitbox on her. Let's fire on there. We don't need to commit to the fight just yet. The Skull Crushers in there as well. Doggo and Valkia equals very dead mage. Another isolated infantry unit here. I don't need to push up there because obviously we'll be attacked. There's a nice hitbox. You guys. She does. She has a nice hitbox. There's a nice... I mean, you guys will always take... I mean, I could, like, say the smallest thing, and then you'll just spin it into something else. You'll need to chill. Let's get through here. Oh man, yeah, I remember that. That was brutal. Oh my god, that was a long time ago, Monchi. Last time I played Valkia, I remember it now. I got basically one shot. Oh, good times. Basically what happened was Helebron was on a chariot, I think, and she basically entrapped Valkia, and I couldn't attack back, but she was able to do loads of damage to me. Like, do you know the really weird pushing thing? Where you can kind of infinitely almost push a lord? That's basically what happened. A nice blob over here, so we'll be able to get very active there. I'm hopeful that we can try and get the Skullcrushers out of this. And maybe go around this way, around the outside. And then come through this direction to kill the archers on this side. Seems pretty pog to me. Yeah, Cormac not on a mount makes it so much harder to get them in positions where we can get value.
With haste.
Make haste! Okay, here we go. Yeah, we can sneak through now. Little cheeky sneak through there. Let's send... it's one of those things where dual weapons will do so much. Look at this 44 melee attack. It's crazy. Let's move over this way. What we'll have to do is move the archers... Actually, move the cavalry right onto the cusp of the barrier as well. For that, like some damage. Good, 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 good. Excellente, excellente. Let's just go into melee, I feel like, there. As I feel like they'll perform better in melee anyway. Now, we're able to kind of wrap around and overwhelm them here now, which is good. This is such a terrifying prospect. This would not be a fun thing to see running alongside you, behind you. I think Khorne would be one of my... I guess, I don't know what would be my least favourite thing from Chaos to fight. I feel like all of them equally would be awful. Maybe... I mean, the good thing about Khorne is you'd probably die very quickly. I don't think they'd torture you, they'd just probably just, you know, get it over and done with. I feel like Skaven would probably be one of the worst factions to fight, especially if you lost the battle. As anyone that was captured by Skaven would not have a good time. You are not in for a good time there. Go. Yeah, still not gonna touch me or not. Yeah. I think you'd get used to stinking as Nurgle though, right? Right, nice. We're able to start pushing through here. I'm also bonus, baby. Good. Yeah, really awkward positioning and really awkward fight in general, but we got the dub. We got the dub. Nurgle rots a nose. You can smell it. Yeah, probably I. Ron says no magic, but that's sort of comes out of nowhere. Seems pretty magical to me. Yeah. Maybe it's him just yeeting it from wherever he is. I like to think that Khorne's kind of like a... Excellent job. Thank you, Pug. Much up to you, buddy. I kind of like to think that, you know, the way that the Khorne thing works is similar to like the Greek gods, like the Greek pantheon of gods, where they're like up in the clouds somewhere. They realize mortals are doing dumb stuff. They just yeet things down. I think Raze... Oh, I should have clicked on her first. Damn it. I should have clicked on her to stop her moving, but it's not too bad, honestly. And fighting the forces of order. I wonder if Dark Elves are considered forces of order. I don't really care too much about making Valkia stronger. Let's go Divided of Chaos. Let's go blue line now. I'm gonna try blue line. I haven't tried blue line for her before, but I'm not in the market to make her stronger. I really aren't.
Bringer of glory.
Nice, finally got his steed. Currently active. Win a battle with 3 chosen units in your army. Oh my. So we decided over here we've got to demolish this one and then grab it again for the quest. Yeah, this one. Upgrade 3 units, and then we need to get another Dark Fortress, so we've got to colonize this one again. So we're going to lose 2 turns, but that's okay.
There will always be blood.
It keeps saying I have a pending action, but I'm guessing it's just asking me to change, but I don't want to yet.
Carnets awakened.
I wonder how much Malekith would give me for this settlement. 1,000? Yeah, I don't mind that. I'll take it off him anyway.
War Queen.
We're going to murder him and take it back off of him anyway. It's just more experience. I mean, the only problem with the wording of Order of Forces is, like, it's very... What's the word? It's very open-ended. It's very, very open-ended. I mean, technically, Dark Elves aren't demonic. They're hella evil, but they're not technically... You know, it's hard. Let's go with the join in to get the souls. Go grab this one again. Get into the fortress. Yeah, there you go. So it is like that. So it's another free 10G.
Sword Maiden of the Blood God.
Let's go and murder these guys. Oh, this is where all the heroes are. Clearly this is the last settlement. It is indeed. Well, a lot of units would have died if I auto-resolved. A lot of units would have murdered, would have perished there. What should your first non-order campaign be? It's a good question. Played all Dowie and Empire campaigns. Just one campaign of each of the other order factions. Oof, who would you want to play? I mean, Warriors of Chaos is not a terrible one. Yeah, Village is pretty fun. It depends, out of all the Chaosy stuff, what tickles your fancy the most, because they're all very different from one another. How's awesome, what else? Yeah, that makes sense. So we're not going to get bonus XP until we go to the donut then. The bonus souls will help a lot then.
Shield Maiden.
Het woman.
It is done.
She's a het woman indeed.
Valkia the Bloody.
These guys are not going to have a good time here. Especially since the wizard will relatively easily be isolated here. I think it's going to be a classic case of just locking these bad boys, running them at them. Valkia goes dodgy, dodgy, dodge. Since she's not a large entity as well, she's very much in a really good position for that too. And as long as you go around as well and start flanking at the same time, life is good.
Valkia the Bloody.
Yeah, because your bonus list is large, right? Yeah. So Cormac's going to get battered, but everyone else should be alright. Be a little bit careful. Cormac's going to need to be a little bit scared, but that should be okay. I mean, Valky's also an anti-large, so they're all going to have to be a little bit worried themselves. Oh my days. Nothing but absolute chaos and destruction from these lads. Nothing but destruction. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Shut down those. Let's look for the isolation of these guys. I mean, honestly, we would kill the heroes very quickly with them as well. And then here's the old wraparound. Hit him with a wraparound. Hit him with the wraparound. As long as we've legitimately completely engulfed around them, I'm happy. The complete engulfment of their units. Now this is what I would imagine would be a terrifying prospect, as we completely engulf every single unit of theirs into a blob of doom. Pull back out a bit. Yeah, they are quite literally in a murder sandwich. Or a murder circle, should I say. Look at that, 113 mil attack is crazy. Honestly, not too worried about the fact that they're shooting me. I can't envision them doing an awful lot of damage anyway. Yeah, I'm telling you, the Skull Crusher is such a satisfying unit. Valkia's doing a great job. Valkia focus on the mage now because the routing, anything that's routing we can kind of easily sneak up on with Cormac here. And the thing that surprises me the most is that they're still in the fight here. I respect that. Maybe they are getting quite a lot of value. Let's send you guys out. We are really struggling to hit the mage. There we go. Yeah, they got a lot more value than you probably would have hoped for. This is mad that Amnos Bonus hasn't kicked in yet. Absolutely mad. I probably suggest Quick or Throt. Oh yeah, if you're trying to play Skaven, if you want to play Skaven 100%, I think Throt or Queek would be the way to do it. I think the rest of them are too punishing for the most part. Like, Icke-Claw is not a good Skaven to learn nowadays, especially with how much he was nerfed. You're in for a pretty bad time if you want to learn Skaven with Icke-Claw. Fuckers in the middle as they should be, absolutely. Get him in there. Absolutely get him in there. I do love how simplified Valkyria's compositions get. You just literally run at things and murder them. And it doesn't extend past that. You just run and kill things. Oh, I could subjugate them. Yeah, why not?
We are bound in blood.
Ow. Oh, shoot, I raised his capital. I took Malekith's, but at least it gives me healing. This is my vassal. What's the damned? I don't believe we can federate, so. Trolls, I don't really see too much value in the trolls.
I demand absolute fealty.
I'd rather go purely marauders. And then let's go ahead and make them corny. We may have potential upgrades. I think it's rank 4 potentially. Oh, it's rank 5, okay. So once we get rank 5, we can buff them up. Oh wow, rank 3 for the Forsaken. But we require this. Okay, don't have that just yet. Oh, maybe we do want to go into that as well, though. Wait, weapon plus 5% for each active gift of corn. Not too bad, but I think getting additional experience, especially since we are actually using that, will help a lot. Skulls for the Skulls Throne is obviously going to be important alongside this too. That definitely will give us a pretty significant snowball. Love that. Mistress of Skulls. But the best thing about the Forsaken is obviously the fact that you can... Hellblade, that would be pretty good, but he doesn't really farm too much experience. One of the best things about it is... Consort of Corn. You know, it'll eventually print off a lot of value. Right. I'll probably murder Malekith now. I guess the only downside to Warriors of Chaos is when you start slowing down like this. Your recruitment is very dependent on province space. Yeah, getting a bit of healing there is helpful. I don't know if they're going to go and prioritize taking Gron, but it'd be nice for them to be back to normal. But yeah, the Forsaken are really nice. Yeah, they're going to Chaos Spawns as well. Yeah, definitely. Khorne's Chaos Spawns are really good. I mean, one of the best things about the Forsaken is that you can literally transform them from a unit to a Forsaken, and if it's like 80 of them, all of a sudden you've got a Forsaken that's full health, full HP. And then equally, if you've got, what, is it 16 Forsaken, you can then turn them to Chaos Spawns, and all of a sudden it's 100%. Control and leadership, I'll take that. Grant a hero or lord the Mark of Khorne. Okay, that sucks because we've already done that. We already made Cormac that. Who's the armies undivided or Khorne Dark Authority to at least 6? There's so many quests, it's insane. We've got 5. Our Khorne Authority is 5 at the moment. So we're getting there. Now, I feel like for some of them, we're kind of only just missing the mark. Ooh, it's a good question. Do I want to go kill Hargoneth, or do I want to go kill Malekith? I suspect Malekith will become more of a problem. What level training? Oh, Carlson, no need to apologize, dude. Training is very, 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 very impactful now. Beforehand, training used to be garbage, as it was a flat rate, but it's percentage-based now. So, unit experience gain is increased by an additional 20%. So, as you can see here, my units gain 45% more experience. And what you got to remember, within the Warriors of Chaos specifically, you revolve around upgrading your units through their experience levels. And so the reason why I'm prioritizing going into training as much as possible is because alongside the threshold of getting the additional experience from this, and getting the additional experience from this, it enables me to basically level my Marauders up really quickly, to the point where I'll get access to Chaos Warriors very quickly. So I'll have an army of Chaos Warriors pretty much in no time whatsoever. And that is the reason why I do it. That is the reason, my friend, as to why I do it. Didn't know this changed? Yeah, no worries, dude. Let me occupy this one so I can give this to my Vassal. And I can replenish it just a little bit. Lick the wounds a wee bit, which is nice. So what do I need to upgrade this one? I need this as well. I think I'm going to go into it. Any tips? I feel like I expand too quickly and I can't protect my borders on both flanks. GJ, good question. Right, I'll do a little cheeky explanation of this. So, one of the things you got to remember, it's like a bit of a dance, right? So, when it comes to expansion, let's say it's subjective to who you're playing, but let's say you've got your core province of 3 settlements, and then you expand out and you start taking, let's say, everything around the area. You can use this as a perfect example, right? If I consolidate the forces that I have over here and I start building tall in this area, and I start pushing out towards the east and get loads of these settlements, right? What does that do? Well, what that's doing specifically here is enabling you to have settlements that are a buffer. I like to call, when you obtain, let's say, another 7 settlements, use them as a buffer, and don't worry about losing them. I think people overcommit trying to defend certain settlements, but they're a really good buffer because normally the AI will prioritize the settlements that they lose first. But the main thing about having a buffer there is it enables you to start building tall, and building tall is obviously a very broad prospect, but it means that if you start getting growth in your settlements, and you get garrison buildings, so you want growth in garrison buildings, it means they are self-sufficient and can go into high tiers because growth is the direct correlation between population surplus, which makes it so you can build the tier of the settlement higher. So as you can see here, I'm upgrading this one because I had enough growth points. One of the things people really often forget is higher tier settlements are very, very, very defendable, and you don't need a lot of armies, which then leaves into a noob trap. I'm not calling you a noob, but it's a normal generalized noob trap that people do where they build too many armies. People build way too many armies for the most time. If you're new to the game, you'll often find people build way too many armies than they need to. And by doing the growth in the garrison, it basically facilitates the same need of having armies. That's one of the ways that I look at it. But growth is one of the most important things. Garrison buildings is one of the most important things, even as chaos. If I know that I'm going to be attacked by a lot of things, you know, garrison buildings provide a lot of free units that make your settlements a lots more solid. You're caring a little bit too. You're caring about a little settlements too much. I mean, it depends on your playstyle, right? Certain times, if you go really aggressively, it'll pay off. It just depends on. It's very situational, right? Sometimes it's quite difficult because it is truly. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna go trading and see how well that goes. It is very situational. Jesus, 65% training is wild to me. But to me, most of the time, if I'm expanding rapidly, the settlements that you expand into are only, let's say, outposts. And so they should be using, you should be putting garrison buildings in there as much as possible to ensure that you can defend them and be as annoying as wherever you can be. One of the things that I often like doing is... Let's get another army up over here, actually. One thing that I personally like doing is, as part of expanding, fight all the battles you can to try and do as much damage as you're able to any of the armies that are taking your new settlements you took. As it's very easy to get lazy and not fight all the settlements that you should. But normally, you'll be able to do a lot more damage to the AI, just in general, by fighting it yourself. Like, for example, let's say this army over here, or someone came to attack this, and it was a full army. If I fought that siege battle, I would do a lot of damage myself, right? And I can kill a priority unit. So let's say you're against, you know, an army that has like 2 or 3 really high priority units. By doing the siege, you can just focus on nothing but those and killing them. And then it makes your life easier later down the line, right? Jog on. If you're going to demand money off me, you know who I am. I'm going to say no. Yeah, it's one of those really... It's a fun thing where there's so many variants to the game that slight decision-making can change a lot of things. But typically speaking, if you are expanding tall, growth into garrisons, and then you should be okay. Favor from all buildings? It's not enough. Oh, interesting. No, Azazel's thingy's taking it away from me. That's what I wanted to go take. Am I grumbling to the White Dwarf? I am, yes. What's the thing that's stopping me from attacking this? Snatchers of Corn? Yeah, it definitely will be. Oh, it's under siege.
Hell follows me.
I can't believe that is such a ballsy thing to siege. No, I can't attack them. I'll be waiting. I'll wait my turn, don't worry. That is crazy that they've actually sieged that. That is just not something they can win. I love that, though. Back him up? Yeah, go on then. For the bants, I'll back him up. Let's go over here and see what we can do. Yo, DJ, thanks for the Prime, dude. I really appreciate that. Screw it. I'm going to try and get greedy and attack in multiple directions and see if I can get away with it. Getting the waiting line? Yeah, pretty much. He's suffering attrition. Probs has no settlements. No, being siege gives you attrition. Zymeth. That's why. It takes 1 turn to trigger in, though. I might as well try and progress in multiple directions at the same time. Otherwise, I'm not using as much. I'm not trying to be as... I'm not expanding as quick as I potentially could be. You're not shielded, right? Yeah, you're not. And I think skirmish units will obviously leg it if things come close to them, like they are doing right now. And you can see I'm standing still, and there's a specific reason for that. It's to do more damage. And now, since they're skirmish, they're now running away from the pack, which is where the doggos start to feast. It's nom nom time, boys! Nom 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 nom. Yeah, the dogs will absolutely munch. Jesus. Already dead. My goodness. That's crazy how fast they died. A hit and run situation there. It's been a robbery. There has been a robbery. Start firing. Run around. Let's get behind the unit because they're isolating them. Charge them in. Charging over here. It's all about fighting in isolation. Or finding them when they're in isolation and trying to take advantage of it. Let's pull the trolls out now so they can heal up. Yeah. Yeah, probably shouldn't have sent in the Maraud Horsemen now. It's alright. Let's get the trolls. Let's use shift, hold right click. Drag them all the way around. Grab these guys now. Send them back in. Critical thing is to make sure that I'm cycle charging from behind. With the charge bonus amplifications and the bonuses from the Horn of Corn. Yeah, GG's. Different Corn units perform in auto-resolve. It's so huge. Seems Corn hates auto-resolve. No, Corn unit, it depends. If you're using the demonic units in general have garbage auto-resolves, but Corn's Chaos Warriors are incredible. Like, Corn has one of the best auto-resolves. Any faction you find garrisons just aren't worthwhile, meaning troops gained don't help enough? It's a really good question, yeah, honestly. Honestly, no. And it's free. It's just free units, right? It's just free units, so it's just one of those things where, typically speaking, anytime you can obtain yourself free units, I'll always take it. Let's go into Chaos Vanguard. I mean, if Malekith makes his fight here, it'll be interesting. Valkia will murder the mage. Do I have any RRRs? No, not yet. Skull Thrones of Khorne as a regiment renowned is absolutely grotesque, though, which I love. Additional money is potentially something I might change now. Character experience per turn. I don't think I can justify it yet. Blood Greed. Ooh, for you, all units with a Mark of Khorne. Wait, does that mean every one of these guys will get Blood Greed? That's insane, no? And 15% additional... Wow, that's... Is it saying that every single one of these guys get Blood Greed? If so, that is just unbelievably strong. Wait, can I put military buildings in this? Let's try. Let's see if that's a military building to trade to these guys for more money. I can get the doggo in there as well. Let's see how that plays out, because if we can make more money from the trading of settlement, I'll always take it. Ooh, it is a really fat garrison. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'd rather siege it myself. As those Skaven would fall apart instantaneously. And it would then dictate the pace of the battle that I may not be able to keep up with. Would be the only concern there, right? And they'll be weak. They'll be full HP, I guarantee it. I put money on Malekith's army basically being full HP. I'm almost certain it... Yeah, I don't think he'd be weakened. Decisive defeat, wow. I think it should be okay as long as I play towards the corner.
Very well.
Right, let's see if this increased the price of it. It does, but not worth. It's not worth it. It's a little bit different. Okay.
The goddess forbids it.
So this is the Black Pillar. What they're building? Okay, it's just a tier 2. That's why it's a little bit stronger. Let me go ahead and make these guys Axemen. Go ahead and make you guys the Corn Horsemen. I'm going to try and take all the settlements over there.
The glory of war.
He's going to clearly attack us here. Okay, we've got a tier 2 now, but we don't have the money to throw in this building.
A bloodbath.
I can't win that siege. It's just asking for trouble if I try that.
What is this foolishness?
It's going to be mainly range units here, isn't it? So let's go ahead and ambush. God, it sucks that we're just so lacking of money right now. I mean, it's mainly because of the fact that I went for the secondary army, right? If I didn't build the secondary army, I'd have been fine.
I despise weakness.
Get a bit of cash for
Yet
this.
You are surrounded.
Yep.
Yes.
Should have held the rats, weakened them. Nah, I think the problem is, like I said, they would control the pace of the battle, and I think I'd have a hard time doing so. And we may be able to get these guys coming in to defend us as well.
They will be dominated.
Doesn't she get a major debuff from corners, Embers? Oh, wow, yeah. Minus 10 leadership. Alright, never mind. Yeah, minus 10 is pretty significant, especially for dogs and trolls.
Master of
Jimbo,
bounty.
good shout. Yes, Jeff. Valkia can get the doggo. I can't afford to get that. Malekith's going to give us a ton of cash anyway. I'm going to throw hands against him. Wow, so the First Lord... It is a lot of units, though, in fairness, this. But it's mainly range, so if I can get towards where they're deploying, he's absolutely doomed. So let's Gamba, let's see where he comes into the battlefield. As generally, if I can get to where... Oh, it's GG. Okay, it's GG. Actually, it's just doomed for him. That's the one weird thing about this game. This bit of RNG right here, they're doomed. There's nothing they can do. If Malekith was the one that attacked me, I'd be in trouble. Generally, if Malekith attacked me here instead, I'd have been in trouble. But I have an army that specializes in killing units like theirs. Lamau. Maybe it's better to consolidate them all. Not RNGs, depending on the camp event. No, I know that, but Malekith could have attacked me, right? That's sort of my point. Malekith could have been the one that attacked there instead. Maybe Valkia can just go kill the mage real quick. With the shades there... Yeah, I guess kinda. It's a double shade situation.
God shows the way.
Quite shady, if you ask me.
The Gore Queen.
Get Valkyrie out of there. I don't think it'll be as many as wide as that. I'm gonna assume like it to here. Now group them up. Oh, dark shards. Wait. That's their burning head. That wasn't even me. That's legitimately... Oh my god, the game crashed. The game... Alright, we've heard it here first. The AI can rage quit. The AI can actually rage quit. What the hell? The AI legitimately can rage quit. We've just learned it today. I didn't realize the AI could rage quit and it's becoming sentient, but apparently it is. Are we doomed, guys? Are we in trouble? Potentially so. Potentially we are in trouble, because that's kind of worrying if the AI can rage quit like that. Man, if it comes back from miles away, I didn't click bloody save, so hopefully it saves at the right place. Hopefully it's saved at the right place, because otherwise this fight will be actually hard AF. This fight actually may be pretty damn difficult otherwise. Red several crashes since patch 2, Carlson? Yeah, I don't know why. I get a lot more crashes than I usually do. Like, my game used to basically never crash, but now it does all the time. I pretty much never used to crash, but now, for some reason, it does all the time. Okay, balls. We may not get the god tier fight again. Hopefully we do. Hopefully the mage attacks me again. Okay, maybe it's not rigged. Let's save it. The technical gets worse with every DLC. Yeah, I mean, the main worry I have is that they continue to add things in without fixing the things that were broken to begin with. Like, that's the only concern that I have, right? If they continue down the line of adding cool things in, but then don't patch things and bug fix it, the game's just going to get worse and worse. It'll become like a bit of a polished turd. A golden polished turd. It'll look good, but, you know, that's about it.
Valkia the bloody.
Right. Yeah, this will be about what we need. Currently playing Valkia, and should I just occupy Dark Fortress settlements? Or, yeah, just occupy Dark Fortresses. A great question. But you can take the normal settlements, and then you can trade them to your vassals for money. If you need the money. If it's not as much money as what you'd get from raising, then yeah, just take them and trade them. Because you can get a lot of money from giving it to your vassals. No, there's options, yeah. Also, hey Bert, good to see you, dude. Alright. Oh, the AI is playing way more aggressive this time. Let's see if the Fire Mage does the exact same thing. Ooh. Okay, that was BS, that the AI rage quit, and then all of a sudden their spell is insane. There you go, that's better. That's rigged. Not gonna lie. The AI casted it on itself, rage quit, and then comes back and it's goated. Oh, that's BS. Let's get the dogs out this way, and then we'll come around and kill the shades. Man, can one of you guys give me a burning head? Can one of you guys give me a spell, please, guys? I'll take any magic spell right now to cast here. Any of y'all got a spell for me? Alright, shades are isolated. And Swastastic, thanks for the prime, man. I appreciate you, buddy. Dude, we are struggling. You can steal spells? No, but I like to ask my chat for spells. even if they can't do it. You know, it just makes me feel better. It's just one of those things where, you know, if you don't ask, you don't get, even if it's impossible. Magic's overrated. It can be, depending on the faction, for sure. I would agree, depending on the faction. Let's move out this way. Dude, the spells the AI is doing now are insane. Okay, okay, never mind. Never mind. See? Reverse psychology. Always complain. Not as... Because that was garbage at the end there. Big. It is like the most RNG fest though. Because I have no idea if it's gonna be a good spell or a bad spell. It's like playing a slot machine. Always complain. One of the things I'm not sure about, I don't know if you guys think this is like a thing or not, but any time I have ever complained in a video game about a queue not popping, like I'm not getting into a game, the second I say it out loud and start complaining, I promise the queue pops. It's weird. I don't know why, but it always does. The second you're like, oh my god, this is taking ages, boom, the queue pops. Maybe that's just me in my experience, but I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. Same here. Yeah, it's like you'll be sitting there, you know, queuing up. It's like, man, this is taking forever. And all of a sudden, it gives you a queue after like 5 minutes. Hey, George. Good to see you, handsome. Mainly just the doggo, if I'm honest, matey. Streamer privilege? It's not even on stream. That's not even on stream, Sicarius. And also, good evening, dude. I'm not even saying, wow, she has legitimately trolled. She has casted 3 burning heads. Should I just leave her on the battlefield? I feel like I should leave her on the battlefield with how much she's helping. She's casted 3 burning heads into her own units. What a ledge. Haven't tested Doggo, but still doing Elden Ring. Ooh, nice. Yeah, are you playing the new DLC? I haven't even got a character remotely close to doing the DLC yet. And maybe when people have like gotten through the game and don't care about spoilers anymore, I may play it. I may play it if people have gone through most of it. Are you playing Manny right now? Thank you, Dopidor. Right, guys, do you think using summons on Elden Ring is cringe? For me personally, I feel like it's a game mechanic, so play however you want. But seemingly there's a lot of people that get annoyed about people using summons. But yeah, I'm of the impression that it's a game mechanic, so use whatever you find fun. And this is do, yeah. Let's call them weirdos, fair enough. But I mean, the game's surely balanced around the fact that you can actually use summons. It is an intended mechanic. But yeah, agreed. Agreed. If it was like an exploit, then fair enough, but it's literally a mechanic. Nice. We took the dub, boys. We took the dub. Wow, Malekith was on his chariot, so he sucked. Well, he still did 2k gold value, though. God damn. If you don't play Blindfold with one hand. Fair. You think you might cheat yourself a bit of the entertainment or enjoyment? I guess it depends, right? It's subjective. If you've got somebody that's like a dad of 3 and has a couple of hours every now and again to play games, and he wants to play Elden Ring, I don't think that's stealing the joy. It's more of a opportunity perspective, right? There are certain people that just don't have the time to commit to killing bosses without summons.
Into
Wow, 8.4k is wild. But I'm not gonna lie, summons like the jellyfish early game are too OP. Like, for me personally, and I think for content purposes as well, I'd rather not use summons, but I just do what I enjoy using. I wanted to use the doggos as well. I think the wolves are pretty fun. Makes sense of the fun, certain fights. Yeah, it makes sense. Does easy difficulty not exist in games anymore? I guess it depends on the genre, really. And hey, Zebka. I would say genre dependent. Like, I definitely think RTSs in general are getting easier. So, we have a lot of range units in the reinforcements. Can I hide in here? I can. Maybe we just use all these hidden units, run around, and then go kill them on that side, and then smoke the nerds on this side too. Oh my god, there's so many more units than I thought. Am I fried? How the hell am I going to win this? Why did I see this fight and think to myself, this is winnable? There's a lot of range units, so if I can shut them down, we may be okay. So I would need my front line to tank it first, and if they were shielded, this would be a lot easier. I just need to not troll my dogs. If I don't troll with the doggos, we may be okay. Just obviously my inventory units will take ages to get up. Let's see if they're repositioned, we may be able to get some skirmish shots off. That's like that, I'm not bothered about. They haven't fired yet, none of them have committed to shooting just yet. None of them have committed to shooting just yet again. Now they have, let's run. It's important to take advantage and understand when we're actually in danger there. Let's go into the trees a little bit here. Good, let's pull back. They very well may let me completely take advantage of the situation. We're avoiding all the damage. I'm gonna turn around if they're looking away from me. If they're looking away from me, I can go through their silver shields. I don't have to worry about them. But my berserkers will kill in isolation any of them, I believe. Here is where, how long? Oh, that's such a shame. If the reinforcements weren't coming in, we'd be in a lot better situation. Total War Bannerlord? Dude, I would love that crossover. Bannerlord is such a good game. Especially with the Warhammer mod. Oh, Shade, have you played the Warhammer mod for Bannerlord? It's kind of goated, not gonna lie. Alright, let's try and find situations where we can look for advantageous charges here, should I say. As there is a lot of range units. Let's see what my dogs can do here. Oh my god, they're smoking us. This is why I can't let them fire like this. Yeah, look at the skirmish of them. Look at just insane skirmish stuff now. I need to try and grab them all up. If I can get them running away because of skirmish, we may be okay here. Look at that. 4 units are running away right now. This is an absolute mess. Run over here, avoid the spearmen. Oh my god. This is one of the weirdest battles I think I've ever done. I need the trolls over here, and I need the dogs to pull them on this side. If I can grab all the dogs and force them to move into this direction, we may be okay. Damn it, they're actually fighting me. You're supposed to be running!
Khorne's greatest warriors.
Alright, now let's get the horsemen in there as well. Chomp away, my beasties! Chomp away! Here we go. Cycle charge through you. Cycle charge through you. Cycle charge to you now. You keep attacking you. I want to keep as active as possible here. The dogs are doing a fantastic job. Let's keep it up. Let's move the berserkers around. Let's get them more towards the dread spears. I need to try and kill the dread spears more than anything here. The dread spears are a priority target now. Let's go over here. Look for the generals. Who's the most annoying? Dark magic, death magic. You're death magic. Let's kill you. No, that's a big fat L. Losing them. Let's pull out of this side. Let's go for skirmishing on this side. Terror out. Nanny. That must be in the dark magic. That's unfortunate. You guys come up this way. You guys come up this way. You commit to the fight here. Quick charge over there. Trolls have come back. Good. Let's push through this side here, and then look for... Do you know what? A quick charge here. Let's just get my my general active again. And then charge straight through to the archers on this side now. Wow, really nice usage of the spell. Aspect of the Dread, what it's called. I mean, I'd have a hard time believing these guys would struggle against the Dread Spears. Let's pull them out. Pull these guys back over. Look for the flank. Look for the fight over there. Let's get the trolls out for a second, just so they can heal up a little bit. Let's reposition with these guys, as we can drain tank here all day, every day, honestly. This is the classic case of abusing the way the AI works against them. We're just abusing the way the AI works, and that's... They skirmish mode everything. And so you saw the second I started using even one dog, legitimately every single one of them started running away. And that was like 8 to 10 units just running. Just because of one unit of dogs coming towards them. Throg's Ice Souls are great. Yeah, Throg's Ice... I think Throg's actually quite strong, I'm not gonna lie. As much as you hear people say that Norsca is garbage, Throg is actually very, very strong. I'm not gonna lie, Throg is actually really strong. I would rate Throg actually a really, like, a A-tier Legendary Lord in Immortal Empires. Which sounds wild to say, but he really is. If you guys think that Throg is bad, I would argue you probably haven't played him recently. I'm not gonna lie. They had so many, like Throg specifically, Throg's stat locations are actually so good for him because of the port income you can get. Malachi showed up? Oh, 100%. I would 100% agree with that. Malachi makes it a lot harder, but it also gives him a lot of experience. You get a lot of experience fighting Malachi. Let me make sure to kill these lords as well. Rushing a bunch of ice walls? Yeah, it doesn't sound terrible. Fang Throg is hard. Yeah, Throg is a real absolute unit. He really is. Let's move it, wrap around them a little bit more just so she can't run away. One of the lord's dead. Where's the routing area? Oh, Lovey, you've got a long way to go. You have a long way to go, Lovey. We should make a good chunk of change from this as well, killing both. You can tell when the Lord hits. But she won't have a lot of armor. Yeah, 10 armor is like nothing. There you go. Nice, I'm really happy with that fight, honestly. Very, very happy with that. Look at how many units was deployed. but just used our doggos and used the Marauder horsemen to their utmost effect. Hey, Water, it is the doggo she has available to him. Thorg himself isn't bad, but Norsca as a whole is. Yes, I would agree with that statement. And hey, James. What's your red hot tail? Let's have a look. I wish Skaven could get secondary wire armies in a single army. I mean, if that was to come to fruition, I would agree it would make sense, but it would be more of a Vermintide, right? A Vermintide-esque thing would make a lot of sense, honestly. Yeah. I mean, the weird thing is the Vermintide that gets spawned by the game doesn't make sense, because I would rather it be an actual true Vermintide, because in actual fights and battles, it's actually very rare to have a lot of high-tier units. It really is. Unit experience gains. Wow, that is insane how much experience my units are getting right now. Go into that. Wow, I've got 16,000 now. God. I shouldn't have altered that, honestly. That was just me being greedy AF. But I don't know where Crone is, and she may be in here. And by me doing that means I can't defend myself, probably. No, never mind. Village presence of 1, so yeah, I don't think I need to worry too much.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Skulls for the skulls throne, indeed. We did decide that we're going to go into this a little bit more. Don't really care too much about attrition. Yeah, recruitment cost reductions, and then into this, just get her a little bit more replenishment. Look at the experience gains right now. So I have 65% from that, 25% from that, another 25% from this as well. So I'm basically getting double experience right now for my Marauders. So no wonder they're leveling up so fast. Spell resistance for the army or Hellblade. Honestly, spell resistance probably makes the most sense. Because Hellblade is hard to get. But with him on his Juggernaut, do you know what? Let's do that. Let's go a bit crazy here, shall we, boys? Okay. So you can be upgraded to you. I have to pay 450 a pop when I do this, though. So let me make sure I'm making the right decision.
It's smoking time, boys. Yeah.
When in doubt, smoke them out. Wait, 5,000 souls. I am surprised how much souls I'm actually getting. Let me grab that one. I want to see how good it actually performs. This should be a relatively easy fight to win. I think we have one siege tower. Yes, we have 2 siege towers. That should make it easy enough to get on the walls. Vermintide, Skaven, Legendary Lord. Yeah, me too. I think there's so many cool things they could do for Skaven. They really can. I like how individual Dwarf Legendary Lords still feel like they need mechanics that can call their own besides Malachi. Well, I mean, to me, I don't think that Malachi should be the one that buffs Slayers the way he does. In lore, he doesn't really care about the fact that he's a Slayer. Literally couldn't care less. He does not believe and conscribe to the ways that the Slayers also do. So Ungrim should be getting all of those. All the buffs that he's doing to Slayers, Ungrim should have. I understand from a DLC perspective you need to add cool things in. But I honestly think that the wrong dude has it. I really do. Let's get my healthy units in there. Max the... You max the skill for more experience versus forces. Souls? A bit of both. The more souls I get, the more it opens up a lot of opportunities for me. Ungrim should get the runes if it's passive style. Let's see what get. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, Ungrim should just have all the cool stuff that Malachi gets, really. I mean, Malachi as is insanely strong.
To the fight!
I mean, Ungrim was an exceptionally powerful fighter and a very prominent force within lore. I love that. Do you know what really grinds my gears, guys? You guys all may disagree with me, but do you want me to give you one of my takes on something? I think that every single faction having... Wait, why have all my melee units running? No, it doesn't matter. Every single faction having unique siege towers, but not having unique buildable towers sucks. It is one thing that I really, really hate. It's like, you give us a taste of what something for you is like unique to the faction by having really cool siege towers, and then everyone just gets these garbage wooden towers that you build.
Valkia the Bloody!
It's the one thing that I dislike. Distinct faction tower mods is a must, yeah. It just sucks that it works the way it does. I gotta be a wee bit careful for the blackguards, but it should be fine. Drop in Discord? Yeah, please, Idle. Appreciate it. Fortification towers? Yeah. Oh my god, they're miasmering the unit. I don't think it'd slow down the tower. I think the siege tower walks at the same pace. Down without masonry.
Do no shame your ancestors, no brethren.
I mean, you'd make a dwarf would have some pretty damn incredible siege towers, so, or excuse me, buildable towers. Now these Chaos Warriors of Khorne are going to have an absolute field day. There's no amount of money in the world that could pay me to go onto a wall to fight Marauders of to fight Chaos of Warriors, Chaos Warrior dual weapons especially. I really don't think there's any amount of money. I think the intention of making all the buildable towers individual to the factions was a thing, but I'm pretty sure they scrapped it because they didn't have enough time to do it. If I'm not mistaken.
Shield Maiden! Reach skulls!
Got the towers. And that's one of those things where they can't really add it in for singleton factions in the latest DLC because people will complain. Do you guys remember how Rome Total War ladders work and siege towers work? It is cursed AF. Good times.
Certain death!
Good times. This Cormac is holding the line quite nicely. Move down to the sides.
Valkia the Bloody!
So good job Valkia is not a large entity. I think it helps us so much. Let's try and shut down the ranged fire here.
Give me glory!
Ooh, he's literally started saying how well he's doing. Oh, that's a classic situation. It's the Gatehouse bug. It's an El Clasico. Let's go onto this pair. Let's get Cormac out of there. I don't want him to die for no reason. Needs to go towards this. Wow, Valky's really struggling. Has her hitbox changed at all? She definitely seems that sometimes she struggles to kill entities like that.
This is the Gore Queens now!
It definitely feels like she has issues killing small entities. Or small single entities, excuse me.
Move out!
I think it's honestly because she flies. Usually flying lords struggle a lot killing single entities.
Glorious slaughter!
At least we're in a position now where we're shutting them down.
Recapture it or die!
You could land.
Slaughter
I mean, the same vibe happens even landed, I would imagine. But no, it's a valid point. It's a valid point. I'll have to try that next. But I know you can't force land when you're in combat is all. So you'd have to land then try and cycle charge. Anything's walking away from her. I think most lords are like that. I do believe most lords struggle at killing things that are running away. Wow, whereas you get the Chaos Warriors of Khorne, they just got evaporated. That poor lord. Jesus. Guys, guess what game I've been playing a lot? Off stream. I streamed it fairly recently, I think. There's one game I've been playing. No, not League. Dark and Dark. It's not actually not neither of them. Civ 6, yeah, well, Exion's right. Yep. Civ 6 is what I've been playing a bit off stream. I've been enjoying it. Civ 6 is a pretty good game. Do any of you guys play Civ 6? Fortnite? No, only if they pay me. Got me my Steam friend list. That'd do it. You've got the secret sauce, Alexian. You've got the secret sauce. Well, I've actually learned quite a lot in Civ 6. Japan's OP, I think. You try the monthly challenge? What's that, Yef? Checks out Season 3 for the finals? Nah. Honestly, ever since C4 Barrels for finals, the game's dead to me for some reason. None of my mates play it either. They'll listen hours each month? Oh, I didn't know that. It's too much menus for your taste? Vicky 3 is too many menus. I tell you that for free. You got to have a bloody degree in all sorts to understand how to navigate that one.
Battle brings conquest.
It's annoying that there's marble in here, but I can't build marble.
Who seeks the dark convent?
Right, I'm going to make them broke.
I will.
I might as well give this Dark Elf all the lands here. Because now I'm hopeful that we'll get them to the point where they're going to be strong enough to actually do things for me now. Also, 22k. It's crazy how quickly you make money. Did I hear League? Hey, Suki. No, I'm not playing. I am not getting sucked into playing League again. I swear, League of Legends goes like this: either you quit fully, completely cold turkey, or you just start playing ARAMs. I swear that's the life cycle of League. I mean, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Chaos Lord time, baby.
Slaughter begets rewards.
Carnets awakened.
Some super cheese. You can win the game without a city as Maori. Ooh, how'd you do that, Jimbo? Share the cheese. Did you share your opinion on what's next?
Opinion
No,
on
I
the
haven't.
What's Next video CA release yet?
And Scrickler, thanks for the 21 months, dude. I appreciate you. No, I haven't really talked about it, honestly. I've just been kind of vibing and I've legit just been sort of vibing. As I had to travel for work. I was legitimately in a different city for when the video released, and I was like, eh. You guys have about 100 other content creators giving their thoughts on it, so I was like, you don't need my thoughts either. You don't need my thoughts on top of it as well. Have you tried any of the Daniel or the Hall mods? No, I haven't. I've only really played them in vanilla. Let's watch the video together now. No, I can't do that. Maybe tomorrow I'll watch the video at the beginning of the stream.
Even here, Khorne's fury is red hot.
Razor sack settlements. I can do that. Unhappy populace. Oh, I've remembered that I can build this stuff. I can build all this up. And this one over here as well. Jesus. Basically already spent all my money. I've seen it though. I have watched some of it, yes. Not all of it. Now I can get a mage. That's a valid point. once it levels up. Yo, thank you very much for the Prime. Tomoko? Tomo Okoro. Sorry, I've got dyslexia, I butchered that.
This weather rides like
You found us another girl?
animal.
Nah, the problem that I have is, like, I'd only play it if my mates play it, and none of my friends are playing it right now.
Corn's way.
So I don't really want to commit the time to playing it again, you know?
Corn's
Can you upgrade these boys? Oh, you can. Yeah, damn.
The Gore Queen.
Lord of
Oh, they didn't attack me. Surely it's probably within my best interest to go and be aggressive and attack them myself. Where is Haganeth? You want to play solo? Yeah. I gotta watch it. I will. But I appreciate all the primes. We've had like 3 primes in like a couple minutes. Appreciate you guys. Every time you use a prime on Twitch, Bezos cries just that little bit more. Let's make it nice from Warriors. Yeah, definitely. Oh, and someone said you'd love to see cults for Warriors of Chaos. I would agree. I think having cults and stuff like that would definitely add a lot of more layers to the Warriors of Chaos. But then again, you kind of give them everything, right? Warriors of Chaos just sorts of yoinks from all of the factions, all the demon factions. Same with Daniel. You got to give certain things unique to certain factions. Let's see if they attack me. Yep, they are. Let's now kite back. You'll see here that we'll actually only shoot into a couple units, and then we turn around like that. We'll actually volley properly. Poor guys. You playing Civ 6 right now? Nice. What's really good in FFAs, because a couple of my mates, we play Civ 6 in a free-for-all game. Right. Is this rude? If you're playing a multiplayer game, right? You're doing an FFA, so you are fighting against each other. And one of your friends doesn't recruit any military at all. And, like, for the first 50 turns, you're like, okay, fair enough. The first 100 turns, you're like, okay, fair enough. Then after 150 turns, you're like, okay, I'm going to come fight you now. And he complains that you're attacking him. I don't think that's BM. In an FFA, especially. Let's move over here. God, that is frustrating. Nothing but death magic. Shucks, I can't actually flank around. How dare I right now? I know, right? How dare I attack at that point? Alright, let me group these boys. Let's flank around, actually. They're going to be better off doing that. I love the way Corn Lords look. I think they're actually so dope. Them in the first 10 turns, if you can, I'd say. Well, in Civ 6, war is really not a good idea for the most part. It really puts you behind. All you can eat before 8, that's what I'm saying, you know? Baby Russian victory conditions? Yeah, exactly. Yo, Chewbacca, thanks for the Prime as well, man. Much love to you, buddy. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all the support. It is vastly appreciated. Oh my goodness, and for the 5 gifties. My dude, thank you so much. You know, it's obviously not necessary, but it is vastly appreciated. But thank you very much, man. I appreciate all the love, guys. I appreciate the love. And for the follow, appreciate it as well. Let's just clean up. This army's pretty good, not gonna lie. This army's pretty solid. It's like quite a small army, but it's doing work against all of them. Because the Dark Elves seemingly recruit a lot of range units, and it's seemingly quite easy to punish. But yeah, Chewbacca, I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate the support. Much love to you. Muchos love to you. If you don't build any military for 150 turn, that's on him, not you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Appreciate the learnings and the entertainment. Oh, dude, much love to you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Always a pleasure. I'm just happy to be here, you know me. I'm just happy to be here. It's wild to think that I've been streaming for close to 4 years now. I think. It's like between it's like 3 and a bit, I believe.
Rewards for the mighty.
And I just, you know, streaming to me started off by being bored during COVID. Honestly. And it flourished into something quite special as I got the opportunity to speak to you wonderful folks, you know. Wait, have I upgraded all the way to there? Because I devoted. No, I got close though. Trophy of Heads is kind of crazy for character.
Lord of War.
2021? Yeah, I know. I think some of the OGs watched me 2019.
Exalted
2019 was when I streamed Three Kingdoms. I streamed I streamed Hearthstone. If you guys didn't know, my very, very first
You will die weeping like a sniveling coward.
thing I ever streamed was Hearthstone. Yeah, once again, I don't know why they're going so heavily into Dark Shards and Shades. Especially if they're going to attack me like this, we can probably... Like, they don't have enough range... They don't have enough melee units to protect their range units. Or protect their units. Should be able to roll over them. Favorite War of the Chaos. Undivided Tech Tree. Aspiring Champions with the Since Lord. Oh yeah, the Tech Tree you can get is insane. Well, I mean, Suki, you've been around for a long time as well. I remember, I think you were one of my very first VIPs, or one of the very few back in the day. Long time ago. I mean, I had hair when you first started watching me. Good times. Back in, well, in fact, I only started shaving my head this year. Right. Let us base to the trees and fight on the left side here.
Incidental.
As it'll help us funnel them towards this direction here.
Remember, warriors.
If there are any shades or any units on this side, we can easily mop them up by themselves, but it'll funnel them here, which means the archers will really, really struggle. But Valkia can go. The Valkia and the dogs can go fine where they are. Are shades decent melee? No, the great weapon variant are. The great weapon variant of the shades are relatively decent melee combatants, but the rest of them kind of suck. You can see here, look. It's decent, but not incredible. I mean, it's not better than a Marauder of Khorne, right? This is another classic case of just taking advantage of the AI doing dumb things. Look at that. So that means... Let's stack up here, boys. And fight them there. And kill all the shades that come this direction, too. So this is just a classic case of utilizing the terrain to your advantage. And Harry. Hey, Koi, good to see you, handsome. It's always funny, because Koi, my name's Harry. And it's always funny when people mention Harry the Hammer. As I'm like, yeah, totally, it was named after me, guys, come on. Even though I believe it came out, or Harry became a character before I was born. So I can't remember when it was released. I cannot remember when it was released. Right. No, in lore, Skittle. In lore, not when the character came into the game. Wasn't the OG character, he was the very first character. Your real name's not Balzi, I feel cheated. Wait, are you called a Koi in person? No, but then again, on your stream you said you've been called a Koi for like 14 years or like 11 years, so... Unless you're only 14 or so, you also have cheated us. You're called Harry too. Yeah, I'm Harry 1. I can accept that. Wait, no, you can't be called Harry. There has to be one. I will meet you at dawn for a pistol fight to determine who is called Harry. We will settle this like gentlemen to decide who is the true one true Harry.
Valkia the Bloody!
Time to mop up some range units now. Should be pretty tasty. What will the loser be called? The victor's choosing. That's what the loser will be called. Whatever the victor chooses.
Valkia the Bloody!
Spread out more, otherwise the charge will be garbage. There you go. Also, Akoi, I did a 1 versus 7 recently for the memes, and we used the VPN and it worked really well. So hats off for the suggestion. Hats off for the suggestion of that specific VPN. Harry Potter joins the conversation. I kid you not. When I worked as a customer success engineer, where I deployed and did infrastructure stuff, every single American customer that I ever spoke to called me Harry Potter. I'm not even kidding. Without fail, I was called Harry Potter. Every time. I mean, they're probably just making conversation, right? They were probably doing it to make conversation. Good times. Ooh, did we get the buff on hit? Who is hitting them so hard? Oh, probably the shades. But yeah, every single unit's getting blood greed, which is nice. Ava's campaign, we ran into lots of other issues. Oh, really? Didn't you? Wasn't it the Ultimate Crisis one that you did, Decoy? Wasn't that one? Where you basically summoned the Ultimate Crisis and it was like, good luck surviving, basically?
Slaughter personified!
Like a good luck, have fun. Whoever survives the longest.
Taking action!
Let's see. Stuttered for a second there. I thought it was about to lag out. Lobby shooting actions. I think that's probably potentially because of the some of the players may have bad connections or what have you. That can still definitely happen. Chase them, my pretties! Chase! The only issue with Chaos Warriors of Khorne is they're so slow. They're literally snail pace. Uh-oh. I'm kind of worried with how jittery it's becoming. Okay, sit down. Right. It's scaring me too much. It is scaring me too much. I'm just going to end there. Which is slower, Nurgle or Khorne? It's a good question. Probably Nurgle. Nurgle are absolutely unbelievably slow. I can't remember if Nurgle get reduction of speed as well for other bonuses.
Into the pyres!
It's nice that we're getting quite a few Regents Renowned. I can't colonize Sigval, can I? Or I can't confederate him, can I? If I'm not mistaken. If Nurgle units were faster, I'd be the happiest person in the world. Yeah, no, it can't. I think any faster, I would be it would be terrifying to deal with Nurgle. It really would. Right.
Valkia the Bloody! Behold my wrath!
Man, this has been an absolute slaughter fest. It really has.
For Khorne!
I'm going to take these to give to my vassal.
Property of the Gore Queen.
Genuinely,
What do you seek?
what they're called. Grond is going to be the strongest
Do not
faction
appeal
ever.
to my better nature. I don't have one. Success awaits.
But I'm gonna make them the strongest dark elf that has ever lived.
Bringer of glory.
And it's going to be very confusing for everyone involved. Very confusing. Right, you can become normal Chaos Warriors. I need someone with shields. And then you can be halberds.
The best they could give us. Mistress of Skulls.
Bring death!
Right.
All-powerful sorcerer.
Do you know, this is not too bad. This ain't going too bad. Like I said, I got no idea. Oh, she's in here then.
I have a mind.
Everyone's a stronghold? Yeah, no.
The Dark Convent.
To Hellebron and Malekith, and they're pretty much conquering the world for me. Yeah, it's probably a mistake me giving it to Grond instead of Malekith, but I'm rooting for the underdog, you know, Spencer. Sometimes it's nice to root for the underdog, and that's what we're doing today.
Glory of slaughter!
We're rooting for the underdog,
Hetwoman.
as I just very rarely see any of them do well. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Sweet, sweet murder.
I mean, these guys don't seem too bad so far. They'll be hopefully a good buffer against Grommy and whatnot.
Such meager resistance.
Yeah, I knew she was coming over. I wonder if I could take Karganeth and then just ask for peace. Probably not, right? I would highly doubt that she would want peace at this point. I think Warriors of Chaos are just unbelievably cracked. Difficult with the Vassal Blood. What's the Vassal Blood? Is there any? All armies, mill attack? Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Would Smite be peace talk? He would, absolutely. How much gold I'm getting Vassals? 41. Wait, they've got Nagarond. All these. Oh, wait. Welch took Grond. I swear you used to be able to steal settlements.
The longships are ready.
You still can. That's kind of funny.
Your words will seal the fate of your people.
Let me give it to these guys.
Oh, how your petty struggles bore me.
1,000 gold for some ruins? Right, no worries. Still getting 100 gold? Okay, then that's definitely not intended. Alright, anywho, folks, I'm going to have to skedaddle. I am going to have to, what they call, skediddle skedaddle. Skediddle skedaddle skedoodle. As we are going to a nice barbecue. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll send you wonderful folks over to Legend, because he's doing I believe he's doing a giveaway. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. Thank you for being awesome, as always. You guys are breathtaking. You guys are amazing. You already know some. I hope each and every one of you have a fantastic rest of your mornings, evenings, nights, wherever you may be within the world. And have a blessed one. Take care of yourselves. And you're awesome as always. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, enjoy the IRL stuff. I need to do more IRL things, honestly. I feel like since I do so much crap at work, if I don't do things outside of work, I kind of keep burning out, you know? So it's a lesson that I have learnt. But you guys are amazing, guys. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We'll be live tomorrow for some more goodness. But yeah, take care, and raid away. Say hi to the Legend, and make sure to join the giveaways he's doing. Much love for now. Take care of yourselves. Right.